Exchanging a few blows. Second flash comes out and still no frags have been found despite hundreds of bullets being traded. And it seems kenzie, he's found the first. There's no play.
And they indeed are going to charge forward. So it's a nice little setup here. The Glocks are indeed going to tear through, but there's a player up on the boost in the form of Zorti. And like we've said, there's a lot of bodies here. So Billy as well. HP tagged down onto a couple of players. I like the proactive move, and it does work very, very well. They're going to keep on going. Zero with a very important double. Drops the kit over there as well, so making life very difficult for these two remaining CT players. But now it is just a 1-on-2 as they both win their 1 versus 1s down to just 0, and he'll get himself the 4K. Don't show too much of the hand too early. Difficult to tell. Jerry, oh yeah, going to get timed on, a little bit awkward. Does manage to make it away. Norvie with the 5-7 gets a double in. It will be quickly traded back through. Same angle though. Assume the AKs can get it done. Smoke dissipates. Awkward fight. They are actually finding the kills. It's all down to Era out in the open, and Shalfie will finish him off. Goodness me, the force buy works out. Nearly gets taken down, in fact. The Tech 9 locking on. Nade spam coming in towards Pit. There's nobody around, though, to receive it. Zero will trade out kenzie, but the site holders looking pretty good. And it's very hard on that Tech 9, of course, to find the heads. GamerLegion, that's what it's all about. Nonetheless, into the buy. Quick aggression in towards Banana. So very blind as I am, and that is a big name to be taking this early on into the round.
Information. And if you look at the minimap, there's 4 players leaning on A. Zero peeks the balcony. Clean Energy have put all of their nades down now as the rotate starts coming in. On the flash, they're going to peek and... oh no. What should have been a brilliant defense crumbles almost immediately. Credit forZe, though, for how they played the mid-round. Played their nades well. Good rotates. Maybe...
theory seems to be there, indeed, and I think that's something that Jerry is a bit more of a hands-on in-game leader will be able to do pretty quickly. But read like a book by Era. You can see pick it up himself, and around the fire. Always kind of scary when you see that, especially when we're on, you know, the highest quality settings, and it's very difficult to see through the flames. He will manage to return things back into a 4-on-4, though. However, he's left alone. Great flick onto the first, to be fair. But there's nobody around to support him, nobody around to trade him. The rotations can get here a little faster than they might expect, but at the same time, I think they're still expecting a body to be around. Jerry capitalizes on Era's missed shot, and now we have an advantage.
Dancing around the bomb site, they're trying to reposition as the 2 players from short are trying to retake. IM finds the first. There's still 1 stuck behind the moto smoke. In Norvie, Jerry comes in from short, and now it's just IM trapped behind the box, and he can't find the first. So forZe, for a team that's essentially playing...
spent 2,300, which is his armor and his nades. Somebody's accidentally bought a P90, and he's not even the one getting aggressive. It's Jerry. Oh my goodness. 1 while half blind.
Very unlikely duels, which they look super unlikely to find at the moment. Actually, the molly forces out Jerry. That's a good start. 1 went kind of the top of the smoke. kenzie's in the cold box corner. He finds the first. Can't pick up the second. Still trapped on the bomb site is Zorte. And he's taken down in the end. 1-on-2 and time to plant the bomb. It's certainly doable, but it's going to...
Norvie recognizes this fact, but still going to get taken down. Very low is Zero. Oh, and he couldn't guess correctly. Did, you know, hear and feel where it was coming from. And look at what he's doing now on Mad Lions, right? But I think these guys, they've got to make sure they have the right personalities on the squad in order to feel comfortable.
22 HP, so... they certainly know that players were in towards mid, and Jerry peeks out. Great timing. They pick up a second, and now they got the info as well. Scriv, this is a disaster for GamerLegion.
They might be able to break back into the round. Norvie playing the patient game. It will pay off as he drops the bomb, and of course an easy one here onto IM. Bits of damage being done.
Good round. Zorte, though, he's repositioned onto Banana for the first time, I believe, this half. Misses the shot. IM punishes. That is the first opener for a while on GamerLegion.
It looks like it's not, you know, so he might... just get away with murder. Rusty is going to check it, but half-heartedly will get taken down. Shalfie on high. Good for 1. Not quite the second. It's kenzie inside the smoke at Pit. Just as he moves out, he gets blinded by his own teammate. Disaster.
They're obviously going to be on a very low loss bonus here, so Norvie can drop that AWP over. He can buy a rifle. Really slow from both teams so far. As Zorte, again, he has an opportunity. He's aiming on the kind of boost there behind the half.
That going, I think, is incredibly important. Still got a pretty good lead here. Yeah, the 4 rounds are nice, you know, so it's a safe full buy, as it were.
Yeah, indeed. Fast mid-take coming out from GamerLegion as the forZe guys themselves are playing in towards the apartment. Zero trying to hunt down Kenzie. Lots of damage exchange through the smoke. Zorte domes his second player for the round. And just peeking towards the apartments. Can't connect initially. There's still a player in Zorte on the bomb site yet to peek up and face. Oh, he hasn't been cleared. Oh, this is really awkward.
No way.
Zero's going to fall. And Zorte, third one league of the...
Technically won the half. It's just a question of by how much. Great flash comes in. Jerry, the in-game leader, getting aggressive and again taking matters into his own hands as another little bit of assistance comes around. The nade with a bit of help from Jerry will find Rusty. Does Isaac up a little bit and maybe even Zero to fall. Yeah, so these remaining two players, I would say not a chance.
Yeah, indeed. forZe a great adaptation. They've obviously spotted there's been a lot of kind of trying to force out banana control and trying to pressure that B bomb site. They played free over there early. A very common setup they played at the top level, that in towards CT. They go in for the map control. They
60 in the world for a long time. And maybe that is set to continue if they can't, you know, take advantage of a scenario like this. Era will manage to find Shelfie getting aggressive there. Again, though, the banana aggression is, oh my, apps control. Timing could be massive. Gets the first, spots the second, spotted a third out even. Era will get the better of him, but not before he finds big damage, creates some space and some panic for Jerry from behind. Goodness me. Little weird there for Zortian on the site, but surely should be good enough here. The aggression this man is showing and the success that he's finding with it is just unbelievable. 4 kills for Jerry.
Again, banana control coming out from forZe. Norvi's even pushing so much confidence, and now they've got a pop from apartments. There's no flashes because they've killed the nade thrower Scriv, and this is just a meat grinder as they come out of the choke point. 11 rounds for forZe. Monstrous half from there.
Coming towards the library area, looking to wrap around. It's going to be an absolute bloodbath here. The jumping Glocks going through it. Shelfie to find the head of the first. Rusty, though, is very ready for these players. Playing in and around, you know, an awkward angle that I doubt these players are used to dealing with. Norvi, though, on the backside, catches IM. This was all part of the plan.
We've got timing twice in that scenario. Zero flicks back just in time. Very bizarre exchange thus far. 3-on-3 situation. Norvi underneath the balcony. A bit of a gap in towards that moto smoke, but all the frags are starting to rain in. Rusty, though, 9 HP, drops the first. He knows Norvi has to be in pit. Holding the swing, and what's going on? No kit on Rusty. I don't think he's got it. 4K for him, and 4-14 is the scoreline. Boost coming out. Era's peeking down mid on the head of his teammate. That's a nice opening pick on towards Jerry, who's been a little bit of a danger. Spamming as well through that long smoke as Era gets more opportunities. 5-on-3 now. Only around 100 HP on these 3 remaining players put together. The bomb is dropped towards long. The CTs can rotate. More nades coming in. forZe getting chewed up. Era's on the 4K. Give him the ace, guys. Come on.
Come on. A comfortable CT side from GamerLegion, plus what we might see for a few rounds being a lackluster T side from forZe or something like that. Which is kind of where you and I were at as well in terms of the veto.
Swinging out these entry players. Nobody's facing for the moment. Rusty almost gets full timings, but still somehow comes away with the opening pick.
Yeah, that's probably... forZe just kind of running around a little bit headless chicken-wise. The bomb leading the way. They've only got like 15 seconds to get into the bomb site. And
yeah, indeed, as I mentioned during the round itself, the aggressive banana take is going to come out from forZe. Opening pick goes their way. Jerry is dropped. Norvi, why didn't he just run away? What's happened there?
Not sure. Can't answer that one. I'll take a pass and answer it after the round, maybe. Isaac with the 4K. Making it look easy. Shelfie all by himself. We'll give it a good go here. Try and do some economic damage, but only good for the 1. GamerLegion moving up to 7. You learn all the nades and you learn the way that you want to move. And then someone like this comes in with a bit of an annoying, cheesy...
banana. Zero's clearing the apartment. Shelfie, he's been sitting there for ages, and he just gets taken down from behind. That's got to be a little bit of a tilter. Molly is going to force Isaac wide, but he still finds the frag, the flash. doesn't help at all. Trade eventually comes in, but with no CT smoke, it's all too easy for GamerLegion. 4 alive again.
Look on the half buy. So we'll see what they can get done. Early molly. They're going to run through their own Molotov. Again, interesting strategies, but it does work.
Only Zero's in defense. He's playing a nice angle, anti-flash from all those flashes, so he doesn't get whited, but making it a little bit labored on these fights, but he still finds 2 kills. Failed in the end by the Glock nonetheless, so bomb planted is nice.
Does indeed. Deagle up. Good for 1. Era left low. It's Rusty out from short, though. That is going to be the problem. Flash off the door. Does blind up both players. A little bit awkward. The smoke is in the way as well, so Rusty trying to play around that, trying to play the bomb. Of course, it is planted for Pit, and Zorti is able to creep around said smoke.
The mini-map, they got this T side rather caged in for the moment. Era chimes in. Zero comes back from tier partners, catch Kenzie out. And forZe now looking completely forced into this B committal, but the information's been given away. Jerry falls and the nades raining in. What can Norvi do? Nothing is the answer. forZe.
We have been the much better team, so let's just keep that going. Nice find as Jerry on the AK, of course, will get taken down. Pretty important first kill, looking pretty...
Norvi does recover the AK. Zero does pin Kenzie to the wall on the second time. Mid. A couple more eco frags to pad the stats. And actually, he's only 1 kill away now from Zorte's tally. Now he matches it, so I guess from that perspective.
But they're going to be going A. So all of that out the window a little bit. Oh my goodness. Era so damn unlucky. You know what? He's had an awful lot.
Nades are starting to rain in for that T side. Smokes to isolate off the bomb site, and Rusty's left alone. He's tagged down already. Does find the first, and that was nice, but the trade indeed comes in. Isaac, the first player to make his way over. Almost connecting with the spam, but Norvi holding the rotate. It's 4 on 2. GamerLegion up against it. This is their map pick of Inferno. They had a very troublesome T side. CT sure has looked a lot better, but this is a dire scenario. Jerry on top of New Boxer. Emo even can't find the first. Kenzie is in towards Pool. He drops IM, leaving just Isaac. 1 on 3. He gets peaked and felled. That's going to be 16 to 11 for
Under wraps. Safe plant comes through, continuing to push forward and continuing to catch players off guard. Zorti finding the first kill, breaking the silence here, and now it becomes a problem. You know, you've not found a kill before the bomb goes down. They are so deep into your territory. What do? They've also got a man on the backside. Really well put together set pistol round that might even have been a counter for GamerLegion. Whether it was targeted or not, it's worked out beautifully. Sorty with a great little fadeaway, and it's now just Era.
Yeah, left alone here, even a frag or 2 might be a little bit late. Consolation, can't get that. Jerry tagged down, but still finds the frag. So
teams like this. Oh, it was there for a second. Rusty not able to get it, though. Will get clapped out, and that's kind of their only hope.
So maybe safety numbers is on the card. Somehow Era at range with the USP does find the frag, but his teammates not long for this world. Zero on his 5-7, trying to find an opportunity. Surprising kill actually there in the end. So they do find 2 respectable
economic. Needs to be careful with how he plays it. Going to go around dry. Finds 1, finds 2, in fact. And Era in to help out while he's distracted. Beautiful stuff from IM. Taking Maz into his own
way of playing thus far. Isaac, that's a nice lineup. Jerry. I feel like Jerry's normally the one to find those sort of unusual frags that look a little bit confusing, but this time he's going to fall immediately. In-game leader dead. We're getting cool from his overview at the moment, but with Novi already going down and the bomb over here and no map control, unless Era misses some shots, how are these players going to even gain ground, let alone get a bomb plant? And Era strikes first, Rusty peeks out, and these last 2 rounds, Scriv has been
got a good amount on Isaac and Zero and IM. Lovely stuff. New ragdolls as Sorte just falls headfirst into the ground. And of course, he's dropped the bomb. So that was a bit of a whoopsie.
Just kind of a game of DM here, really, for IM at the moment. Having a fairly easy time of it. Even on these rounds, one way to look at it from the T side is like try and get the nades out of the CTs, try and get them to at least have to Shelfie towards playground, and Isaac. It's another spray.
Yeah, it is very, very worrying. Zorti going to win a fight finally. The damage that's been dished out surely is, you know, not impossible, but very difficult to return from. Does depend on how this little exchange goes. Kenzie going to find the first onto zero. Could even get a little... It could fall apart quickly. Rusty in prime position to do so. Crispy headshot to open up. A little bit more. Oh, indeed, through the smoke, he's able to get another headshot. Third? Surely not, but the support is now in. The bomb, of course, dropped out in no man's land. And Norvi, the only one left. He's left on 9 HP. Not going to happen as Rusty gets himself the big 3K.
Yeah, indeed.
Oh, he's holding a little bit too long. Yeah, he's going to get spotted out on one side and will get taken down. It's not a fully safe angle once they start to push towards you. They will this round. GamerLegion, of course, losing out key rounds like this on Inferno, half buys, even ecos, you could argue. Is this going to be another one? Well, Isaac trying to do his best to say no. However, traded out. Oh, and it's nearly the double from Shalfie. Not quite able to do so. Maybe the return spam is there, and it is. Norvi going to drop 0. 3 versus 2 and a vulnerable B-bomb site.
Indeed he is. Can't find anybody just yet. Caught out in the open. Nice flash play between these two CT players. Rusty picks up a second, leaving just Kenzie's scout in hand. He does have high HP, but he's got to connect with almost certainly a couple of headshots here to make this doable. Misses the first shot, trying to recover the M4, getting double peaks, and that was actually a really nice retake from GamerLegion. The flash play, the trading towards the end. Rusty.
We'll see. Important rifle round as they all are, but forZe has yet to get one on the board, and well, it looks like the trend might unfortunately continue.
Yes, indeed. Jerry seems like he's gone down almost every gun round. 2 of his teammates quick to follow, and again, forZe
lose out on some early fights that indeed could have gone their way with some slightly better timing, but they're just not.
That door to IM's left side on connector is currently missing. He could get a nice flash into peak, and indeed he does. You see how that fully whites Kenzie, but this time forZe already doing a much better job with the trades. Without a shadow of a doubt, an absolute must-win scenario. Era gets a 1v1. Rusty pushing wide, and Scrivet's happening again. They're letting themselves get picked apart, and the team play
is GamerLegion who are making the moves, getting in their face. Missing shots at the moment is Era. He will eventually get the backside of Jerry, who kind of sacrifices himself to allow the bomb plant to come in. Not even. Great utility usage to deny that away and force him out.
At least survived the first 20 seconds without giving up a frag, and Norvi catches Era off guard. I'm not sure Era was quite aware of the situation there. Finally, we've got a man advantage, but we saw that in the previous round. 2-man advantage now, and this will be absolutely criminal.
He might be here. Rusty's going to try and catch him off. A little awkward right eye peek for the AWP, and there it is. On the second time around, he's able to get a 0 around the pillar. Not able to stop them, and Isaac is left very, very low. Nice one onto the first. Nice bit of...
To wake and remember it, Scriv. But we're back now. Zero's pushing his way in. Finds the first onto Zorte. Jerry swings for the trade, and once again, where's the utility, Scriv? The team plays a little bit like luster. Now Norvi comes in, but it feels like too little too late, and Shalfie, he's being forced back, continuing to stay proactive. He drops Norvi as well in towards connector, and once again, after such a promising...
Got a flank from Rusty. He's always in behind, isn't he? Drops the bomb at the perfect time. Shalfie has no idea where he's getting shot from. And that will be all she wrote.
As GamerLegion themselves are fighting it with 2, and Jerry's going to commit through into both of these players, and despite being heavily blinded, was Isaac there, and still find the frags. So forZe haven't looked great in man advantages, have looked particularly bad in man disadvantages, so that trade will be...
Not as aggressive, you know, but when it comes to the simple stuff, such as a flash out towards long. The two of them can handle that. Brilliantly done. Rusty, ooh. Looking to push in. Shalfie will be the one to meet him on the peak, but Rusty's just so crisp right now. And I am a little annoyed. I think if they...
similar, I guess, situation to what we saw on clearing out Inferno, peeking onto this water area, and he gets peaks, and crikey, is Rusty in form right now. Absolutely domes Zorte on the AWP right now.
Orvi in the right spot. Oh, moves away. You know, and I think this is what happens when you are... B is just looking so damn good. 20 seconds to get the bomb down. Well timed on the peak. Not going to happen. 11-4 comes in. GamerLegion giving forZe a taster of medicine.
More often, a B push coming out from Norvi and Jerry. Lots of shots being exchanged, but Norvi, safe to say, he's come out swinging in this series. 2 frags for him. Man advantage for forZe. Bomb is still outside of B over there. And see on the minimap, Azira walks in, gets tagged up, somehow adjusts his aim to find the frag. A lot of shots exchanged. Oh, it's not pretty. But the kill does come in from Norvi. He makes it a third. Rusty somehow is on the A-bomb site as the bomb is being recovered on B. There's 2 players in connector. And seems like both teams...
We know how good this guy has looked. And it might just continue as he gets the first, second. No, not going to happen. He runs out of ammo. Down to just Isaac then. Norvi going to have to find himself the ace to pick up this round. A 1 versus 2 technically required. And, well, he half checks the angle. Isaac takes a bit of work, but thankfully has the catch off to get it done.
Kenzie, he's the one with the M4. He's had a very rough map so far, actually, hasn't he? We haven't really picked up on some of these more lackluster individuals. Is Shalfie? We'll go with that. Glil. No map control to speak of, particularly, and bomb still in T-spawn is... What just happened? Shalfie, what are you doing? What are you doing? Of course, he might have felt obliged to take a bit of a risk on low HP, but that felt like one risk too many. As Jerry's going to chime in with the 1 and just IM. He's getting flanked from behind, and the moment he takes his duel with Jerry, I think the flank's going to start to come in, although he has kind of threaded the needle here.
Where is Norvi? Kenzie's going to go down for free as he tries to move across to the bomb, and Norvi's bloody miles away. What has happened here? He'll get the kill, but the round's over. He might even die to the bomb with no armor. So he's all good from that corner, but still, like...
Now, Molly onto his barrels, flashes behind the pillar. There's no heaven smoke. 2 players pushed into short. The forZe are there. Swiftly dealt with, actually, by the pinch from Zero as well, from the short side. Fade. It's a little bit tricky to see what forZe are going to do, and Norvi gets forced out and dropped, and now only 2 players remaining. Kenzie, he does get the shot in the end, and that second one was much more impressive. Oh my god. The third coming out from Kenzie. forZe, the individual. Give him some more space to play with. There's a player actually in the smoke. Around the side is Kenzie. Oh god. You can't throw another situation. forZe, and indeed they don't this time, but I have to say, Scriv, even when they get
just not give away the first. I think you don't want to be the player. Ooh, that falls first. Naughty. Drop an IM. Jerry round the corner's got the angle. CT side looks way more comfortable, that is for sure. But whether they can keep it rolling and keep it together throughout the entirety of the half, well, that is going to be the difficult thing. Nice catch from Kenzie. Starting to turn things around a little bit here into the CT from 15 when that is the case. forZe, a little more breathing room. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, that was not pretty from either player, but Zero. He's going to find the frag. Yeah, I think surprisingly for both teams, a bit of lack of coordination is Zero. He is going to survive. But I guess the problem is here, the money's going to be really out of balance with this connector. They're going to pop their way in. Flash is raining over. And Shalfie is caught in the open, spamming the wrong way. Norvi, he does a lot of work there to find 2 and stay alive. And Kenzie just about rotating. I have to say, it looks clean in the end from forZe, but for 1 or 2 seconds, yeah, it's raining. Jerry's playing up close. Players not committing immediately behind the flashes, and they're lining up for Jerry. He gets the first 2. Doesn't expect another player to be so close, but Shalfie I was going to say that was a slam dunk kill, but he makes a bit of a pig's ear of it in the end. 2v1 now. Era, 6 HP, gets spammed down. Money back in the bin for GamerLegion, we'll say. He spots the head, and they're lining up again. Second round in a row. Not going the way of GamerLegion right now. Would be nice, at least for confidence's sake, to find a few frags for zorte. I have nothing of it. He is dropped in the end, but already free to his name. Starting to really rack up the confidence. kenzie. Never nice to be stuck in this corner, but seems to know what he's doing. 2 kills for him, 4 alive for forZe. So much money in the bank.
Find a fight here. Could be wise, and it is. Able to step back. Pretty big kill coming through.
He feels like I need to get some information, but he's picked a very bad time to be swinging wide, and he gets punished for it. So no that, but unless they can find a multi-kill here, that's not the best smoke scriv. And Jerry's almost found 2. zorte chimes in as well, and it's falling apart here. The bank smoke didn't help. Rusty up close to that missed bank smoke is getting it done in the end, but that's 3 players on B for forZe, 1 close in connector. And now they're going to pop in our GamerLegion on the flashes. 1-for-1 trade initially. zorte is forced back with his teammates. So they're not in the greatest spot. You can see how they're kind of really isolated towards this backward position. And now it's just Jerry. See how in his smoke actually here. If he can find any frags, that would be impressive. And running into the stack there were GamerLegion, but the frags are all going their way.
Take the mistake and forget about it. Not going to be the case, though, of course. Shalfie will find himself. Bad. Didn't catch that second M4 getting dropped. It's
oh, no.
That goes for it, and finally, zorte will get the payoff. Going for that early peek.
We're going to back off as this player in HiGHLiGHTS gets up long, but now he's been dropped. And what do you do here if you're GamerLegion? Like, they're going to at least try and work around this work smoke here in Monster. Norvy's having none of it. And with just 2 players remaining, Rusty on 10 HP, the flank as well from Shalfie. He's going to pick up Rusty, and that's the bomb as well for good measure. So, can he even save here? I don't think so. He's unbelievably surrounded. zorte is going to drop around.
There's 12. 4 players in on this B bomb site. Zero taking a large chunk. Great little flash comes in. Shalfie going to be left in an awkward spot, but he doesn't get checked. Only good for the 1. Jerry on the back end of the site going to have to go huge, and he knows it. Trying to be proactive. zorte's been dropped on the top side. The double peek comes in, and kenzie in the 1 versus 3 to take us essentially to overtime. Not going to happen. And GamerLegion prove us wrong, my friend. They will burst into B.
Top connector smoke comes out for that T side as they work their way out of ramp. Early trade on towards sandwich. Playing around that jungle smoke will find a first, and he comes back for more and gets punished for it. kenzie coming through the smoke. Doesn't work out either. It's Isaac in towards CT. He's tapping heads. Looking clean. So no bomb planted. And that's actually going to be landing. That's going in towards window to allow him to face connector. And that's 2 early kills, scriv. Era does get 1 back, but only 2 players left on A0 playing around this ticket box position. He finds a first, smokes in front of the ticket box to 1 way over the top should he desire. And indeed he is. He's playing around the edge of the smoke now. Going to drop Norvy as well for good measure. So looking not too shabby anymore for GamerLegion, but definitely making this tougher than it needs to be. In zorte as well chiming in. Isaac left alone.
And he could, easily just go barreling round and win these fights because he's got himself an MP9 and they're on low HP. I think forZe have really nice escape comes out from Isaac. Big fan of that. Going to go peeking in and will take his head clean off. Very well done from Isaac, yes.
And Isaac, he'll be the first point of call. Playing in towards Van. The flashes are a little bit too late. He doesn't get caught playing around this fan position. Still gets another. Molly's going to force him wide, but he's still done a lot of work, and now the rotator's starting to come in. zorte does chime in for 1 frag, but with so few teammates remaining, kenzie does find another, and actually might have been an opportunity had he found that kill, but Shalfie coming in last. He's going to fall as well. GamerLegion looks like they're going to find Zero pretty isolated here in towards CT. He's trying to dance around this box. He finds the first. Decides, I need to help my teammate. I need to come through the jungle smoke, and he's doing so much work. Huge round from and Zero. Very clean, aggressive angle, and kenzie will be the man to meet the AWP. kenzie falls, man advantage for GamerLegion. Looking pretty nice so far, especially now that HiGHLiGHTS has found a second.
Wow. Bit of a no contest at the moment. Shalfie going to go running in. Ooh, awkward fight that the AK wins there on the wallbang. Shalfie left on 3 HP, so he barely wins it. And of course, you know, he's still got nadage available. Surely got to have the info in that it's a low HP player, etc., etc. Pushing forwards. Jerry, able to capitalize. Zero gets a little greedy around the smoke. 3 versus 3 then. Quick flank from Rusty, however, should be enough to get it done. He spots one. Here's the second scope. And that's now going to leave Jerry against 3. Look good for just a few seconds. But the world, the hopes, the dreams come crashing back down. And Jerry is like, you know what? I'm good. I think I'll just take my AK out of here. Thanks very much.
Bomb defuse is going to come in. Jerry has a little...
Nice damage onto IM. It seems Kenzie has got an idea that he's around. Whoa! What's happened there? That's so unlucky. IM will walk away with the kill, and Jerry trapped on the right-hand side. Again, we're walking out. No utility. You know, they're just trying to get free kills, and it's not going to happen.
Whatever was going on there with IM early on could have been a communication issue. Shalfie, though, he does catch ear on the rotate, unsuspected. Don't seem to know these players are up close. He just about repositions in time. Also gets the trade. Leaving only HiGHLiGHTS on the speed bomb site. Jerry swings from Palace. 19 seconds remaining. That bomb has to run towards A. 7 seconds. Bomb now being planted in towards default. Will IM swing? Jerry's facing wide and Jerry falls. And the bomb does just about get planted. So if there's any silver line,
it's a squad here on Mirage. It is one of those safer and more recognizable maps for the squad, but as a team, it's been difficult. Not the first time he's done that. Not the second time he's done that. However, we've got overstepping on the forZe side of things. And we might have a kill here for Isaac.
So it looks like he's going to commit to playing this side of the stairs, and he peeks out as the smoke is fading. That's the way to play. You don't want to sit there still. You want to stay proactive. So IM chimes in with a second for himself. Another man advantage situation for GamerLegion. Jerry swinging out of Palace. He has found a lot of frags from here, but this time it's not to be. So much damage dealt, but unless they can find the frags, it doesn't help so much. 2 on 3. Norby coming up from connector, and even if Zorti had won that duel, look at the flank now from HiGHLiGHTS. That would have sealed the deal. It doesn't even come into...
Oh, yeah, that was effective. That was less effective. They just care about getting the dubs, as it were. Boost up from IM results in a 3K. This guy can't miss right now. Beautiful spray transfer for the double. Clean onto the third. Yes, they are indeed on the pistols, but there was a bit of armor in there.
And Zorti goes down. We didn't expect much from the Glock.
Got to be all over the place as well, I feel like. Oh, Era. We've seen him get very aggressive and fall early. The fact that he's...
And just not quite respecting the angle. Flash, though, is good, and Jerry peeks up on it to get the reply. So the mid-rounding. Our GamerLegion, the smoke fades, and Zorti is ready and waiting. Finally, we're in a good position. It's just HiGHLiGHTS on the speed bomb, so he does get his smoke off. With no teammates to help, he's had to do a lot of work. First goes his way, and the second as well. And now they're turning around to A. They do pick up IM on the rotate, but Zero still in towards ramp. The bomb is stuck on Catley. Throwing that molly will give away his positioning, and I think that was a catastrophic mistake. They did not know he was there. Zorti, though, is holding the line. Oh, this has been a rollercoaster script, but it's 1-on-1, and Zorti, no way around.
The timing works against him. Could be awkward, but it doesn't, and Zorti will get it done. Huge 3K.
But already feeling a little bit better. Early frag goes the way of Jerry. There's only one player left in Rusty towards his B-bomb site, and Jerry is on a tear. That's B-bomb site wide open, and I think the CTs will already consider a save as long as bomb makes it over safely. Era somehow finds a frag. How's he not traded? There it is in the end. I think now we're going to see the save. So forZe, they're going to make it 2.
Give the respect across to your opponents. It's been a crazy day, a crazy series. You don't want to take any chances. With the AWP. Ooh, out towards ramp. Zero's going to go swinging in, but he gets the perfect timing. The best possible timing, just as the AWP got off. But before...
And in defense, it's HiGHLiGHTS And it's Rusty. Isaac peeks out. Massive first kill. That's going to alleviate so much pressure with all the remaining ones coming in from short. Norvi chimes straight back, though, taking down Rusty. Flash comes over. Isaac still yet to swing. Kenzie picks up a rotate. Era caught on the angle, and it's falling apart, Scriv. Isaac, though, a very pivotal kill. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. I think he's got the plant. It's going to be right on the limit.
Sometimes, as I was doing there, you do it in a negative way. I can't believe this is what I'm watching.
Kenzie gonna push through. Era taking a long way down, but it looks like I am at catwalk jumped and found the frag. Era in towards jungle, gets another. Molly's gonna force 0 wide, but it doesn't matter. He's getting every single shot. Just Zorte remaining. And good round from GamerLegion, maybe.
Is he gonna find a cheeky one here? Ooh, gotta be careful. Gets the recock off though, and Jerry will fall.
Me in, bro. I'm going to go for a peek, but Shalfie's going to swing out, and Shalfie can't capitalize. That was definitely the best opportunity they're going to get in the new. Not a lot of information in the hands of GamerLegion, but the frags ultimately playing roughly into their favor. 0, an important kill there onto Kenzie, leaving just Norvi 1-on-4. 11 rounds it's going to be for GamerLegion. Wasn't the cleanest half by any stretch. Behind the stairs, Smokey's spamming away, but his teammate Jerry's trapped on the bomb site. Such a tricky position. And unsurprisingly, he is quick to fall indeed. The CT take does indeed come out. You need to be taking some map control on this A bomb site. So far, so good for GamerLegion, but they're speaking out into all of these pistols. They're actually ceding the CT control. Running straight back into jungle, so a little bit of ring around a rosy thus far. All 4 of the forZe squad coming in from CT. Smoke onto the bomb. That's actually going to give Isaac a lot of space to play around. And actually, Shaffley sticking it. He's sticking it. The knife does work out. GamerLegion take an all-important in terms of the sort of weaponry in hand. So 3 on towards B it's going to be for forZe. Kenzie goes down almost immediately, though. Lots of ground gained here in towards mid for that T side. And now the split is starting to come in. 2 players, 1 in towards Van, 1 in Shalfie there on the balcony. So they need to be cleared out pretty swiftly here. Shalfie goes down almost immediately. Just Norvi on top of Van. He does find 2, but I'm not sure, Scrib, if that's going to be enough. The nade's doing so much damage. But Era and Rusty still on high HP, and Rusty, look at the flank. Look at the flank. It's going to be the nail in the coffin. 14-4. Only the kind of
early presence out towards B here, looking to kind of contact their way in. Norvi will spot them, but he's taken down with a quick move out the window. Quick trade onto Shalfie. And that's got to be difficult as well. You're leaving the new boys on B by themselves.
Against... Not with a team that's essentially 2 stand-ins in this position. Close to closing out what has been an absolute marathon of a series. And that's not the way they wanted to start this round. Zorte already chiming in. 0 finds a nice timing to get Zorte back, and he comes down the ladder. Jerry looking in the wrong place at the wrong time. Falling in towards connector is Kenzie. He's going to get traded through the smoke. Oh no, Scriv. It looks like it might be all she wrote as forZe only have 2 players remaining, and 0 is going to make that just 1. 1 on 3 for Shalfie, the new boy. Surely this isn't possible.
Yeah, 27 HP. This guy's lucky Zeus. Maybe that'll give it to him. But no, not going to be the case. Rusty will get it done. 16-4. forZe not picking up a single round that time.